RT.
For more on this tonight, we are joined by international affairs commentator Marko RT. Marko, nice to have you with us tonight. There just seems to be, on this side of the pond, a rush to judgment that is unfolding on this. How do the people in the UK feel about the way this is being covered and portrayed?
The way the people in the UK feel, Ed, is a result of what's being fed to them, and very strongly so. So general opinion is it's the Russians what done it, because that's what the politicians say, that's what the media say, and all media are falling in line, and any dissenting voices are scorned at. It's really a little bit of a lynch mob here in Britain because the Russians haven't had a chance to put their case.
You know, that was on display yesterday when I was watching Parliament. Jeremy Corbyn was chided quite a bit for his comments about just asking about the process to come to a absolute conclusion on exactly who the perpetrator was in all of this. What was your reaction to that?
Well, it was interesting. He had to operate within the bounds of what was politically possible given the situation that had developed in media and political terms. And so even slight requests for some kind of evidential base for what was being decided and concluded and accused was viewed as undermining the common position. But really, what we have here is an absurd situation where the accused, in this case Russia, is denied the basic evidence which Corbyn asked for to look at and to investigate, to really question and to prepare a defence. So it's really a one-sided lynch mob rather than any kind of proper process of counter-argument or argument and so on. It's a one-sided discussion at the moment, and Jeremy Corbyn got into trouble for even making it a 1 1/4-sided discussion.
Well, what's unusual about this is that there have been terror attacks right near Westminster, right on the bridge, you know, within the last year. And in an age of terrorism, there just seems to be no critical thinking in the arena about, you know, this could be a divide and conquer opportunity by terrorists to get Russia to get the blame on this. Why is there no critical discussion in that regard? And to follow up on that is, what absolute evidence is law enforcement giving to the people of the UK and the world to pin it on Russia?
Well, I'd answer the second first by saying that there has been no evidence whatsoever except repeat and repeat and repeat, constantly blame, and that's your evidence. And false claims have been made that this chemical compound could not have been made anywhere else, that it was unique somehow to Russia. Well, whether it was unique to Russia or not, it is unique no more, because it's been described in the book of one of the research scientists who made it, which people can get online for $30. And it's being described by experts here in the UK, at Sheffield University, who said that on the basis of the description being in the public domain, it can be reproduced by any modern lab with a competent chemist in it, essentially. So that's the situation. As to the fact that there could have been other, well, the reason why the motivation of the reason why there's no desire to question whether it was the Russians who were guilty or whether they were innocent is because it does feed into a narrative where the Russians get blamed for pretty much everything anyway. Mm-hmm. We've got NATO now involved in making that a military political discussion, and we also have the Russian held World Football Cup, which is coming up now. And traditionally, when the Russians host a major event, suddenly a raft of issues appear designed to leave a sour taste in the mouth of people who look on, even if the Russians organize those things successfully.
All right, well done. International affairs commentator Marko RT. Nice to have you with us this evening. Thanks so much. President Trump